Hey Bayek, it's me, and in today's video, well, I'm continuing my look at the X-Files. And this is Schizogeny from 1998. Previously, we'd had Kitsungari, and the next one will be Chinga. Now, this is season 5. And this is episode 9. And it's considered a Monster of the Week story. It was transmitted on the 11th of January 1998 on Fox Network. And on the 12th of April 1998 on Sky. And on the 21st of November 1998 on BBC One. It's written by Jessica Scott and Mike Woolanger. It's directed by Ralph Ernecker, who this is the only X-Files story he directed. But if you look at his list, it is an amazing amount of TV series and TV films that he directed. And of course, this is produced as usual by Chris Carter. And the music is as usual by Mark Snow. So let's get into the cast. We've got David Duchovny playing Fox Mulder. We've got Gillian Anderson playing Dana Scully. We've got Chad Landberg playing Bobby Rich. Now, he's also, as well, an actor, a producer as well. But some of the things that he was involved in were Mercury Rising, 1998, City of Angels, 1998, The Fast and the Furious, which is 2001. He was also involved in October Sky, 1999. The Last Samurai, 2003. I Spit on Your Grave, the 2010 remake. And a lot of TV series and TV films. And we've got Sarah Jane Redmond, who plays Karen Matthews. And she was in a lot of TV series and TV films. Then we have got Catherine Isabel, who plays Lisa Bukkake. Or Bukkake? Yep. Like that. She was in Ginger Snaps, 2000. Josie and the Pussycats, 2001. Insomnia, 2002. Great film, that one. And Freddy versus Jason, 2003. And much more recently, in fact, this year, Tron Errors. Or Errors? Yes, that's 2025. Again, a lot of TV series and TV films. So that is the cast. The locations, again, Vancouver, always looks great, as I say, every week. Fantastic. What is this story about? So basically, Mulder and Scully are investigating the death of this man who seems to have been buried alive. And the autopsy reveals that he had over 12 pounds of dirt in his stomach. Very strange. A second parent is killed, and this time after an argument with his daughter. And again, as they investigate, there seems to be a link with the orchard. And you're going, uh-oh, what does this mean? And as absurd as it sounds like we've got killer trees. Yeah, I said killer trees. It does sound absurd. I think that's a problem maybe with this episode of that. Just saying murder trees that murder people. But there we are. That is what it seems to be. But of course we get to the conclusion of what really is going on, which I won't give away because that would be a bad thing to do. You've got to watch these episodes. But I think that, as I say, when I look at this story, it kind of just sounds absurd. But the cinematography is brilliant. It really is of a high quality, because you get this creation through the sort of use of shadows and dim lighting, this feeling of sort of dread. Yeah, that something is not right, and it's brilliantly executed. It really is, and I think it is an episode that is memorable, is enjoyable, but is let down in many ways by this. It just seems so absurd. It seems, for the X-Files, we've seen a lot of things in the X-Files, and killer trees. It does sound daft. It does, and dare I say that, but if I put all that aside, and that's what you have to do, then it's just another enjoyable episode. It's not going to be remembered as the highest, best collection, in episodes that we love. But, it's good. There's a lot worse. There is. Oh, honestly. I think if you dig a bit deeper, it's looking at ideas like parents' behaviour. Does that influence the children? And I think most people say, yes, of course it does. And if it does, then we're getting questions maybe about abuse, about what happens to children who are abused, and do they continue it to their, when they get older, if they have families, do they continue in that? So it's looking at these questions, but maybe it doesn't do it well enough, I don't think. Maybe it raises the questions, but because of the absurdity of it all. So that's how you have to look at this episode. Just take it as the X-Files. Just take it in that context, and that's it. It's as I say, it's not you would consider a great episode, but it's not a bad episode. It's just okay, and we get that this happens. It does happen, and you can see it did get a lot of mixed reviews, as I say, very mixed reviews, but there we are. That's part and parcel of how it goes. We're not going to get brilliant episodes all the time, I say it, because, let's face it, the standard is set so high, and we have had so many great episodes. It's not going to happen, is it? It really isn't. But it's I recommend it to watch this, as always. Again, I look at the interaction between Mulder and Scully, and you can't help but love it. No matter how daft some of these things seem to be, it doesn't matter. It's the X-Files. That's it, really. Yeah, that's my review of this. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please give this video a like. It's good for my channel. It gets it onto YouTube. And, yeah, that's a good thing. Also, if you've got any comments, please put your comments down and I'll always reply to them. And if this is the first time you've watched this, as well as giving it a like, why don't you actually subscribe to my channel? If you subscribe, we'll let you know when I put out videos. And if you look in the playlist, you can see all the previous reviews that I've done of the X-Files, but I also do a lot more reviews of TV series, sometimes films, but yeah, you can see anyhow. Just look in the playlist, and that's all the kind of things that I do, with a very much a retro feel, I would say. You know, that's me. that's it. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. So all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.